Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome to Steampunk episode 3. This time it's going to be a little bit different because I did a little bit of mistake while recording and my microphone was not recording most of the time that I had any footage of the actual playthrough. So I'm going to voice over a little bit of it. So in the beginning I upgraded my backpack to diamond level because I really need the space, and I'm gonna go to netherite as soon as we get to the nether and get enough netherite. Here you guys can see part of the exploration. I went and found these ruined nether portals. Some of them didn't have a chest at all, some of them did, but I went mostly for the obsidian because I want to make myself a nether portal soon. So this is what I did there. After that, on my way for looking for dark oak woods, I found spruce wood, and I also like spruce for something, so I decided to chop down some spruce trees and get the saplings. That's what you're seeing here. If anyone is curious, all of this is recorded using the replay mod. I usually record both with the replay mod and with OBS, and that's how I can view it in a third-person perspective. While looking for the dark oak forest, I found this tower, and I cleared it. It had some okay loot, and most importantly, at the top there is one diamond block under this central cube. While exploring, I also found a village, and next to the village there was these two train tracks with a bunch of trains on them. They weren't assembled, but they were built, which basically gave me a lot of create train items. For example, the train controls, some tracks, some copy panels, some doors, some other things. And this is a short speed run of me clearing the actual area. While exploring for the dark oak forest, I also found these dead tracks. I went down and I got them. I also found another create building. It had some andesite, some pipes, some other stuff for creating from decoration to cogwheels to item vault, which are going to come useful very soon. And last but not least, I actually found the dark oak forest, where I started chopping down some trees. And I gathered some saplings so I can actually make a farm very soon. Alright, hello guys, I just came back from in between episodes exploring. I went a bit crazy on the map. I walked all the way over here to this dark forest because I wanted to find dark oak trees. And that took quite a bit. Crafted myself a nature compass, which is really easy in this modpack. It's just a compass, some logs, and saplings. In order to find the dark forest, while going over there, I got engineer's goggles in one of the create buildings, which is really cool. And in terms of loot, I basically filled up all of these double chests with random stuff. Nothing super crazy, like most of the stuff is just, you know, granite, some building blocks, food like pumpkin pie, whatever was found in those random chests, paper, and a bunch of create buildings. And I have also marked up a couple more buildings to go for. One of them down there, there's another shaft like this one here. There is a ton of create stuff, like this is a huge, like a factory like building that I plan on going over and dismantling once I get the wrench, because I ended up almost breaking the diamond pickaxe from just gathering all of this random create stuff like item vaults and whatnot. These are gonna come useful, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a good idea to just break them with a pickaxe. But yeah, now I'm going to get to building the house, or at least the beginning of it. We'll see what I come up with. Let's take a look. In here, I started building the actual base of the house. The whole reason I went for dark oak, because I wanted to have dark oak as part of my house. And currently it is on the pillars that I'm building right over there. I use the carpenter chip table from the chip mod to create these unique styled pillars. Once I build them up, I also use the industrial iron blocks that were in the train tracks. I currently don't have any means to actually craft those myself. That's why I didn't have enough to finish the whole base, which is something I'm going to be working on in the next couple episodes. Here I try to experiment with different types of wall to kind of surround or make like a wall for the house. And I tried different blocks and I decided on something very simple. Here I also try to come up with some kind of design for an arch of some kind for the entrance to the house. I try different blocks and different pillars and I come up with something like this. I also wanted to make another side to the house, so I started thinking of how I can do that. And while doing so, there I also made the roof of the house, which is also using dark oak wood in the chip mod, put with nails in it. I also put some deep slate slabs on top of the house in order to prevent it from burning, because I currently do not have the area claimed as my own since it's a single player's world, and I don't need to claim anything. And if you claim it, things cannot be broken by explosions or by fire or by lightning and stuff like that. I kind of want to keep this currently as it is, and might be changed later on whenever I get into dump storage or something similar. I also experimented a bit with how I want to have some light that is not just torches on the ground, and I came up with some ideas for lanterns. Which I then took down and used the metal girders from the Create mod, and that created a really cool effect that I really like how it came out. On the side of the house, I started building another platform. This is going to be part of one part of my storage for some of the valuables and seeds that are going to be coming automatically once we build the farms. On the other side, I'm going to have some create mod storage, and under the house, I'm going to have another storage for general blocks and random items. Right, I hope you enjoyed that quick time lapse. So, the house is obviously not ready yet. I'm still lacking industrial iron, which I gathered from these train preparations, I guess. There are a spawned building that included a bunch of train materials, like this industrial iron, like these metal grids, a bunch of shafts, like these girders, and whatnot. I also started slowly making my storage system, which I decided to go for the sophisticated storage, which is in this Modpack, and start putting everything in their own separate storage drawer, or barrel rather. Currently they have no upgrades, so if I was to open one, they only hold 640 per square. There are no upgrades here or upgrades to the amount of space, but I will work on that once I figure out the positioning and everything else. The storage controller, I'm not entirely sure if I can connect it using other mods, but what I do know is that, for example, this storage controller, what it does is whenever you have some kind of these materials and you don't want to look for them and manually click what you want to put in, like you can just come here to the storage controller and see I have lapis lazuli, and instead of going here looking for it, I can just either right click this and it automatically sorts it where it's supposed to go. Now these things are locked. You lock them using the storage tool, which can be configured in many different ways. I'm currently only using locking and unlocking. I have not looked at the other parts of the modpack. I started slowly sorting, like I have andesite alloy and the things that can become blocks. There is also these upgrades for... There are these upgrades for these drawers that you can put in. Some of them increase the amount of storage per square, but there's another one that is compacting upgrade. And what the compacting upgrade does is compacts items into their compressed variants only 2x2 recipes, or the advanced version it also includes 3x3 recipes, which means nuggets will automatically become iron ingots, ingots would automatically become blocks, depending on what you have the most of, and vice versa, which is really convenient. This is a little bit worse than the compacting drawers, which is a different mod pack, but since that is not in this, we take what we can. So I'll be working on fixing up these barrels in between episodes. I don't think that's going to be very fun to watch either way. In the meantime, I need to go find more industrial iron, or the other way to do it is to craft the industrial iron myself. And how you do that is you need to cook and press into a basin iron ingot that are heated with a blaze burner, which means we need to go to the nether, but that's going to be like a work in progress, obviously, which creates the industrial iron ingots. And when you combine industrial iron ingots, they become the industrial iron block. That, or I need to just find another building that has those and just gather it from there. But first things first, I want to make a wrench. To make a wrench, I need golden sheets. To create the golden sheets, we need a press. And to get the press going, we need some kind of power. So the press is kind of easy. It's underside casing, a shaft, and a block of iron. We have all of that. Let's grab this block of iron. Grab one shaft and one underside casing. There we go. Now we have a mechanical press. Now this area here is basically the exact same as that right over there. It just is not done yet. Now what I'm thinking for here is to create something to do with the create mechanisms and stuff like that. So I might just close off this side here and start placing some of the machines here, and we'll see how we're gonna power them. Like it's gonna be a little bit of trial and error. And I want to have everything from the create mod in drawers here, so it's like cogwheels, shafts, what have you, and similar things that I'm going to use all the time. For the engine. This ugly looking thing here, there's a 1 cube of lava inside of this, just so it raises the temperature around here a little bit. Otherwise I cannot sleep at night because the temperature drops super low, and if I go farther out away, and then even if it's not raining, but if it's raining it's even lower temperature, I just cannot go to bed. Right, yeah, but before we start figuring out how we're gonna fix the mechanical presses here, I want to actually get the mechanical press going somewhere on the side, just so I can make some sheets and see what else we can do. Now, throughout the exploration we did, and built all of these chests with all kinds of random stuff that is currently not sorted, we did gather a bunch of create mod stuff, like copycat models, like cogwheels, like large cogwheels, other things that are definitely going to be of use, either now or eventually. So I want, for example, the item bolts are really useful, like shafts, windmill sails, millstone. We do need a depot for the mechanical press. We also need a water wheel. Yeah, in order to create water wheels, you put a shaft and then you surround it by planks, which creates a normal water wheel, and then you put a normal water wheel and surround it by planks again to create a large water wheel. Now we need a water flowing on top of them. Luckily we do have a bucket and there's a source of water nearby. I am going to temporarily make the makeshift water wheel over here, so it's a bit easier to wire up for the beginning. Now, the large water wheels are this big, which is quite the difference. We need the water to be flowing on top of it, which means we are going to cover up this side. Something that looks like this. Obviously, there probably are better or more efficient ways. I'm not that amazing at it. So in order for the water to not spill, I'm just going to surround it like so. And put the water here, which is going to start turning. And we got the first achievement. So now currently only that water wheel is powered. So we need another water source here. Like so. Now both of them are powered. Obviously they're not super fast, because they are the large water wheels. They provide us with more kinetic power, but are slower. That said, that can be somewhat easily solved. At first, let's see. I do have the engineering goggles. Let's put them on. And see, currently this one generates 512 power units, and the one behind it does the same. Which means these are currently, because the shafts don't consume any, they are spinning really slow, but at the 512 stress unit power. Now, there are a few ways to speed it up. The easiest one is with the speed controller, but we are currently not ready for that. So, in order to speed up this, we need to put one large cogwheel, connect to it one small cogwheel, put a shaft. On the end of that shaft, put another large cogwheel. As you can see, this one started turning a little bit faster. Then we need to put another smaller cogwheel connected to this like so. Then another shaft and a large cogwheel. As you can see, each time we do that, the speed doubles up. So we can keep repeating that until we get the desired speed. Like so. As you can see, it's still getting faster and faster. And this is probably as fast as we're gonna need for the moment. So let's see if we can hook something up here on the side. We're going to move this later either way. We need to put the mechanical press here. As you can see, it's facing down, which is what we want. And right under here, we need to put a depot. So you see, we just drop them here, and the machine starts pressing them. It's actually pretty good in terms of speed. There we go. Now we have 10 golden sheets. Let's do the iron as well. There we go. So we have iron and gold, and the most important thing and why I actually want to do this is in order to make myself a wrench from Create, which is the most amazing thing for anything that has to create. There we go. Wrench is 3 golden sheets, a cogwheel, and a stick. And the only reason I really wanted this is because it can do this. You just shift right click a thing and it not only comes into your inventory, but it's immediately broken at the cost of no durability to this, because it doesn't have. So what I can also do is, because these are also create, I can just shift right click them and they're just immediately broken and appear in my inventory. This is going to help a lot when I disassemble this factory over here that I have not touched yet. Now that we have access to a mechanical press, we can do a few more things as well. For example, the mechanical saw, which requires 3 iron sheets, which we have, an understand casing, and iron ingot, which we also have. What the mechanical saw does is, for one, it chops entire trees in a single break. And let's make ourselves a mechanical saw. Now, the mechanical saw it wants power in order to work. However, we can power it up with a hand crank. And to give you guys an example of how it works, if it's not powered by an actual mechanism, for example, this is a tree we want to cut, and here is where the wrench comes into very good use. We need to shift right click the saw so the saw part faces the tree, and I put a hand crank in it and I start turning, and in just a couple of seconds everything is broken. Entire tree, I get all of the wood, and I get the saplings and whatever else it drops. Very convenient to early wood gathering, and this would have made my job a lot easier when I was gathering materials if I did this, which didn't even take that long. So yeah, mistakes were made. I should have progressed at least the beginning of the crate mod much earlier. One thing to mention about using the hand crank is it uses a lot of hunger. So if you do that, you make sure you have sufficient food in order to keep your energy up. Okay, now that we have some power going here, I'm going to press all of this iron. One stack. I'm gonna let it work. Later on, we're going to move these loud machines a little bit farther so it's not super loud here. And also we're going to work on a power generator with steam engines, which is going to be a little bit further. Probably I'm gonna build it inside of that mountain or something like that. For that though, I do need dripstone. Because early on, before I can create myself a infinite lava or any kind of contraption that creates infinite lava, I'm going to need to power up the steam engines, which the easiest way is a dripstone into cauldron, which is not really the best way, but is the most surefire way to start working somewhat quickly, even if the area is unloaded. I'm not even sure if this modpack has chunk loaders. I don't believe they do. Nope, it doesn't seem like this modpack has chunk loading, other than potentially if I want to keep this area loaded, I could claim it and then force load it. Yeah, force load selected. I guess that is a option, but for now I don't want to do any of that. Now to check some quests because they might be useful, let's go to the create stuff and see if we have some useful stuff. For example, the engineering goggles gives us a copper ingot, that's okay. An item vault gives us item vaults, okay. Getting the underside funnel gives us a zinc ingot. Crafting the sails gives us some wool. Fluid tank gives us copper scaffolding. Interesting. Crafting the mechanical press gives us 12 underside, which is really useful, alloy. Depots give us iron. The mechanical piston gives us slime ball, which are really useful. Sticky mechanical piston just gives us a normal piston. Okay, interesting. Mechanical saw gives us iron. The encased fan gives us crushed raw iron. Iron sheets gives us an iron sheet block. Nice, that's 9 iron sheets right there. And that's everything we have for now. Taking a quick look at the other things, having the other quest completed gives us some levels. Having the water wheels and cog wheels completed gives us a water bucket. While exploring, I apparently got some of the Alex's Caves thing, which, let's see. Advancement Alex's Caves, underground cabins. We found one of the structures, so we got some XP, some torches, some iron pickaxe. Got some more XP from finding a cave tablet, and we're gonna figure this out later on. Curiosities, we did find a cave compendium, which gives us some more XP. Blue skies, I did find one of the traders and got the blue journal. I have not read anything from it, and I don't even know what this is. Sought by gatekeepers, every gatekeeper house will have an unlit, ever dawn or ever bright portal. I'm guessing that's the blocks that I found. I'm gonna figure that mod out later on as well. Since we found diamonds, we're getting random reward. Let's see. Boom. And we got coal. Nice. Finding diamonds gives us coal. More XP. I did get the rose quartz. We found a wizard tower, we get some more XP. We found a enchanting tower, we get some more XP. We get XP from the bludgeoner as well. And I also bought the zeoliter, I just have not lit anything yet. It says creates a portal frame made of obsidian V12. I don't even know how to make that, so that's gonna be another thing to look for. Now, the iron sheets are done smashing. Here, full stack. Which completed this quest is giving us 64 of something. We got levels. 25 levels. I could have used the diamonds. Or netherite. Anyway. So we have 51 levels to use. I currently do not have an enchanting setup. I could make one. Or the alternative is to level up some of these skills that I've picked up on the way. I have leveled up some of them. It's one of them. I'm guessing this is something like unbreaking, because it says makes all tools last longer by sometimes preventing their damage when used, which is basically what unbreaking does. Another one is makes your skin tougher against enemies try to become a giant. It doesn't exactly specify what this does. I'm guessing it just gives me more defense. That's my best guess. More damage done, more mining speed, more attack speed, more dig speed, ranged damage. I currently do not even have a ranged weapon, and feather falling or soft falling, soft landing. This is going to be really useful, but yeah, I think I should probably work on getting a enchantment setup, because we do not have super many diamonds. We have 18. Yeah, but anyway, enchantment table requires 2 diamonds, a book, and some obsidian. We found obsidian. Let's put 3, 4 obsidian, 1 book. Let's make an enchanting table. Right. Obviously everything here is temporary, it is going to get cleaned up later on. So, by the looks of it, this is like a normal enchantment table, it's not some specific modded one. In that case, let's just make some bookshelves. Okay, bookshelves. 12. We need 15 bookshelves. Let's see, they have more. Yeah. We have 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, so we have a max enchantment setup. Ugly, but we'll take what we can get. Let's grab some lapis. And let's take a look. We have an almost full diamond pick. Let's see, unbreaking efficiency 4 and something else. And nothing else, but it is what it is. We did get the efficiency 4 pickaxe. Let's upgrade the swords. Knockback smite. There is a full diamond pickaxe. Oh yeah, this is a thing. We can reroll enchantment in this Modpack. It takes some experience and it rerolls. So for example, this is efficiency 3. Now it's unbreaking 3. Interesting. And we got silk touch on an axe with efficiency and unbreaking. I'll take that. It's actually going to be useful. So, a sharpness 4 for a random diamond sword. That is probably not going to be my last diamond sword. Let's just go for it. It is what it is. It's just a weapon to keep myself alive. Now, my gear is a bit torn up and it's just iron. And it's just iron gear. I currently only have 20 diamonds. This block is just there as it's not even there. It's just a placeholder for when I have blocks. So only 20 diamonds, that is not enough. However, I do have access to this copper back tank, which is is 4 defense, while the normal chestplate is 6. However, it has other capacities that are useful. So we fill this up with air, and it says 15, I'm guessing that's minutes. And I'm not sure how much this respirator lasts, so let's see once it fills up. Right, now that this has been filled up, it is a full copper tank. And the copper diving helmet, I'm going to put protection 4 on the copper diving helmet, and it got unbreaking 3 as well, which is good. The copper back tank has options for capacity, cross protection again, and again, and protection 4. So because this is low on armor, I want to put protection on it, and it got protection and thorns. Okay, that wasn't amazing, but we take what we can get. So let's see, if I put this on, provides pressurized air to equipment that require it. I'm not sure what that means. I look like an astronaut or a scuba diver. I put random protection on my legs just so I have somewhat of an enchanted situation. Alright, 2 more things that I want to craft is a mechanical drill, which I'm going to attach to a digger of sorts. And those are pretty easy, it's iron and andesite alloy with andesite casings. I'm probably gonna make a few for the beginning, and then later on I'm going to expand with a better one. Also, I kind of need to make a employer, which needs a brass hand, which is 4 brass sheets. Let's have them get made real quick. There we go. Now we have 4 brass sheets. We have the brass hand. Now we need the electron tube, which is 1 iron plate and 1 polished quartz. Polished rose quartz. There is rose quartz here. I need to make sandpaper, which is sand and paper. Okay. Here we go. We put the rose quartz in our offhand and the sandpaper in our main hand. This is something I'm going to automate later on. Now we make 1 electron tube and we make ourselves 1 deployer. I'm also going to hook this up right on this side. Rotate it so it should be pointing down. There we go. Now it is pointing down. Let's put another depot right here. Now we can make rotational speed controllers, but for that we need to make a precision mechanism, and for the precision mechanism we need to put golden sheet and then input cogwheel, large cogwheel, iron nugget 5 times in succession. There is 20% chance of it failing. So let's take a look. We have golden sheets. Do we have cogwheels? There we go. We have cogwheels, we have large cogwheels, we have some iron which we're going to turn into iron ingots or nuggets. So here we go. We put 1 golden sheet. We give this 1. There we go. Incomplete precision mechanism. Now we need to put another one. Large ingot this time, a large cogwheel this time, then a nugget. And we just need to repeat this 5 times, and it must succeed 5 times. So let's do this. And there we go, we have our first precision mechanism. I'm going to build a machine for this as well, but right now what I wanted to make is a brass casing and then create a rotational speed controller. For the brass casing we need 1 brass and 1 stripped log of any variety. And we just right click it, and there is the brass casing. Now we just make the rotational speed controller, which is absolutely amazing, and is going to save us the hassle of having to make all of this cogwheeling. But here, let's take apart these things. We just keep this one. Here we put this under, like so. And now we can change the speed. Let's put it at max speed. And then we can output on either side and then take it wherever we want. In this case, I'm going to put one gearbox, like so. And then put up. Can make it like so for now. A deployer facing down, like so. And the press. Okay, currently it is overstressed, which means I should just lower the speed a bit. I lowered it to half for now. I'm going to fix the actual issue with the stress units later on. And then we can also put a base in here, but that's going to be again something for later on. Now, I also need to make a cart assembler, which we're going to use to create a contraption for mining. Now, in order to do that, we also need rails. Here. Whoa, weird enderman. No ender pearl? Oh, he did drop an ender pearl. Perfect. We need ender pearls, a lot of them actually. Clear up the area a little bit. If I put down a regular rail, a cart assembler, lock rotation on it, and then I can start building on top of it with any block. And at the end, once I'm done, if I click this, it's going to assemble whatever it's on top. Now, before I do that, I also need to make myself a super glue, which in this modpack is iron plate, iron nugget, and either a slime ball, a sweet ball, or a luminous jelly. I should have some slime balls playing around. There we go. I have apparently quite a few. Make one super glue. And for the time being, I also need to make a mechanical plow. Iron plates on the side alloy. There's the mechanical plow. And if I put the super glue in my offhand, and then I make something like this. Something like this. For what this is going to do, this is going to gather the rails that are going to be placed down by a deployer that I'm going to have to make another one for the actual deployer use. Here we go. We're going to put a filter on it so it is rails. so we need andesite alloy, we need iron, and we need... Okay, how many can I make? Right now, only one. One mechanical drill. Now, I wonder if we use a limited code file, if that is going to help us. Now, for more, I need more iron and other stuff to make more of them. But if I do this, three more. See here, here, and here. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Okay, everything on top is connected. There is one extra barrel for buffer. Now, if I press this, oh my god. Now, I need to put a minecart on here, and when I press this, now this thing is already created, so I can right click it, and it's currently a Minecraft contraption. And in order to so in theory, if I did my job right, all I need to do is place down a rail that is going to be assembly, block rotation, and then place the contraption. Alright. Now power this. Seems like a bit convenient. Right, I realized that you take on this thing. Now, this cloud should be after the minecart, obviously. And this shouldn't be here because the minecart needs to be able to move. So let's move these. And this. Let's take a look. Okay, this is loading, this is loading, this is loading. So on theory, if I did everything correctly, assemble this, remove the engine thing, and place it here like so.
One eternity later.
Right, 6 times the time. That's it. Hey, it took a minute. I didn't even know there was some train. Perfect, it's, well, not perfect, but it's an alternative. Back to pressure is now I know that it works. As you can see, it's just digging by itself and more likely to things up. I'm not digging at the appropriate level for anything specific to play. I just was gathering deep state for my house decoration, so that's why I was here. I think this work though is actually really cool. Oh. Managed to grab it on time. Yeah, I have not designed the way for it to place blocks in front of itself. I know there is a way because I've used it before, but that was a contraption that was already on a schematic. This one, as you saw, I made myself, so obviously it has flaws because I'm not that good at contraptions just yet. That's it. It works, so I'm happy. Right, I made it back home. I placed down a rail, the assembler, and then the contraption. Like so. So now I can take a look. And there we go. So we got a bunch of cobble, some iron, some sulfur, zinc, lapis. And it was running for like, I don't know, maybe a minute. So in 1 minute, yeah, I could gather this by myself, but this is basically automatic. And if I wanted to, I could go digging for diamonds. Although I think I would have to expand this a little bit, so it digs up a little bit bigger area. However, my whole goal of it was to have this built, and so I can use it later on. Alright, I'm going to wrap up today's episode. We managed to build some art of our house. We got some create stuff going, made a mining, well, a contraption that is not exactly perfect, but it does the job for now. In between episodes, I'm going to gather up some more materials and arrange my storage system. And then next time, I'm going to build the first create super smelter, create farms for trees and for food. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and leave any suggestions that you want me to try out. Have a good one.